Okay, one of the very important chapter we are going to start today, that is quadratic equation. It's not for 10th class, in your 11th class also you will be having. In your life it will come fully in mathematics. Everywhere you are going to see your quadratic equation. That clear? Solving a quadratic equation is one of our target in this lecture. Okay. So what chapter we are going to discuss now? What chapter we are going to discuss? Quadratic equation. Please take the title, everybody. We are going to start new lesson, right? So yellow. What is the dialogue? Ah. Quadratic equations. See now, on Manjal Mela they will put okay, red color they will put, right? Yes. Fine. Let's start now. Leave that. Leave that stuff. If I ask you how a quadratic polynomial will be, how will you write? P of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Correct? So, this is your quadratic polynomial. Who is your quadratic polynomial? Ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. If you write the same quadratic polynomial equal to 0, that is only your quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. So, what is the general form of a quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. That means how a linear equation will be? Linear equation. How the linear polynomial will be? Linear polynomial will be ax plus b. Correct? Then linear equation ax plus b equal to 0. That is linear equation. Is that clear for everybody? Then what about cubic equation? A x cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. This is which equation? Cubic equation. Cubic equation. Clear? Our target and our study is mainly quadratic equation here. Only quadratic, not mainly. Only quadratic equation we are going to study. Clear? So, in the quadratic equation, they will ask solve the following quadratic equation. Following quadratic equation. Understand? So they will ask solve the following quadratic equation. For example, I gave x square plus 5x plus 6. If I leave like this, what is this? Quadratic polynomial. Is equal to 0. If I write, what is this? Quadratic equation. Clear? I asked you to solve. First of all, understand, if somebody said solve, what does it mean? You have to find x values. Find x values which satisfy this equation. which satisfy this equation. Those are called solution. What you will tell them as solution. Are you clear with that? If I ask you to solve meaning you have to get the x values. Are you clear with that? Solve meaning what? You have to get the x values. That x values are called solution. Specially that x values are called as roots of the equation. What do you call them as? Roots of the equation. So here if I call roots, that is nothing but whose values? X values. Those are nothing but solution of that equation. Roots are nothing but what? Tell me. Roots are solution. Yes or no? Solution of the equation. That clear? For example, get the x values which will satisfy this equation. Get the x values which will satisfy this equation. First I am doing by guessing method. I am going to guess. I felt chumma. Guessing it is. I am not solving. Let me choose x is equal to -2. What I am choosing? X is equal to -2. Just a guess. No method it is. Check whether x is equal to 2. If I write like this, x is equal to 2. Substitute this value in the equation. Take your LHS. What is the LHS of the equation? X square plus 5x plus 6. Only that much is the LHS. Left side of the equal to. What is LHS meaning? Left side of the equal to. That's what is that value? X square plus 5x plus 6. Are you clear with that? Substitute x is equal to -2 in your LHS side. -2 whole square plus 5 into -2 plus 6. How much you are going to get? 4 plus -10 plus 6. Plus into minus, what it will become? -10 plus 6. Altogether it is 0, right? Yes or no? Which is nothing but your RHS, right? Yes, it is nothing but your RHS. It is nothing but your RHS. Correct or not? So, x is equal to -2 satisfies the given equation. Am I correct? Can I write this statement? What I can tell? X is equal to -2 satisfies the given equation. Satisfies the given equation. So what can I name x is equal to 2 as? This 2 is called actually this 2 is value of the x only, right? Value of x, what I said, called solution of the equation. Solution of the equation, or another name, this -2 is called, yes, solution. We are going to replace with root. Name different, pudu name. Clear that thing now? Solution is nothing but root. Is that clear for everybody? What I will write is called root of the equation. Understood everybody? Are you clear with that? We found the root of this equation. One of the method. What is this method? Guessing method. But guessing method will always work. No, it will not work. Only I know this equation, that's why I was able to guess. Yes Listen, I guess one more guy also. X is equal to, anybody will guess? Very good. Minus 3 is the another guy, can become as the root of this. I guessed. Suppose if I write randomly x square plus 17x plus 27. You will be able to guess that? You cannot guess that much easily. Internally you are going to do some procedure and you will guess. Clear? That's why finding the roots, what is that? To find the roots, we are going to adopt some methods. We are going to adopt some standard methods. What are the standard methods? First one is factorization method. That is nothing but you are splitting the middle term method. What is the first method? Factorization method, or nothing but you are splitting the middle term method. What is that? Splitting the middle term method. The second method, formula. What is the formula, you know? Quadratic formula method. What is the second method? Quadratic formula method. What is the second method? Quadratic formula method. Understand? Actually, there is one more method, completing squares method. Completing squares method. What is the first method? Tell me. Factorization or splitting the middle term method. Second method, what is that? Quadratic formula method. Third one is what? Completing square method. Completing squares method. Okay, your luck is good. They have eliminated this method. You no need to learn this completing squares method. Understand? Deleted. Only right. Yes or no? This method already you know. Splitting the middle term. Yes or no? This method already you know. Splitting the middle term. This is the one you are going to learn newly in this chapter. Understand? Clear that thing now? That's it. Chapter over. One more small topic will be there in the chapter, that is nature of the roots. What is that? Nature of the roots. What do you mean by that nature of the roots means? Observe carefully. If I choose a quadratic equation, I should get 2x values as the solution. Means how many solution I will get? 2 solutions you will get. That means 2x values. Which means I will get 2 roots. Can I tell that word? I will get 2 roots. How many roots I will get for a quadratic equation? 2 roots I will get. How many roots I will get for a quadratic equation? 2 roots. That 2 roots has different possibilities. Okay, first possibility is roots are real or not real. What is the first possibility? The roots are real or not real. Understand? If they are not real, if they are real, you should specially specify they are distinct roots or they equal roots. If you remember, sometimes x value will come as -3 and -2. Yes, right? These are real numbers. Am I correct or not? -3, -2. And do you think the both are same or different? They both are different. So that is the case called as roots are real and distinct. Understand? If suppose x came as 3, another x also 3 it came. Roots are real and equal or same. Correct or not? So these are one case. This is second case. Third case, no real roots at all. What is the third case? No real roots at all. Clear for everybody? So let me conclude till now whatever I discussed. I taught you how a quadratic equation will look like. And the quadratic equation or a solution if you find, that is nothing but roots of the quadratic equation. Solution of the quadratic equation is nothing but the roots of the quadratic equation. Correct? Yes or no? So a quadratic equation will have how many roots? 2 roots. Quadratic equation will have how many roots? 2 roots. The roots of the quadratic equation, how do we find? With the help of various methods. With the help of various methods. How many methods we are having here? 3 methods we are having. How many methods we are having? 3 methods. One is factorization method, or also known as splitting the middle term. Okay. The second method, that is quadratic formula method. What is the second method? Quadratic formula method. The third method, completing squares method. What is the third method? Completing squares method. I will teach you 3 methods. Completing squares method we will use in your 11th standard, 12th standard. It is needed. Anyway, you should learn there, right? Here itself you learn and leave. Clear that thing now? Don't practice for your exam. Just get an idea how it will work. Understand? So today's our target will be learning these methods. In next class, we will talk about the nature of the roots. We will restrict our today's class up to finding the roots with the help of methods. Okay? Let me take one question. That question will work out with all the 3 methods. That question will work out with all the 3. Let me choose equation as x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Equal to 0. Since we have done, with your experience itself you can guess what will be the x values are suitable for this. X values are 3 and 2. If you have run this equation by guessing itself, I can write directly because I have practiced this equation. Okay. Now first method. This is which method I did here? Guessing. Understand? We are not able to guess. That's why methods came into picture. Here, initial step is always guessing only everywhere. You are not able to tell orally. That's why came your hand. That is clear for everybody. So the first method by splitting the middle term method or factorization we will use. Understand? So what is the equation? Tell me. X square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. You have to check always the coefficient of x square at the beginning. What is the coefficient of x square here? What is the coefficient of x square? 1. So 1 into 6 we have to multiply. How much you will get? 6. So I have to choose 2 numbers whose multiplication should be equal to 6. Correct? So the numbers will be either 1, 6, 2, 3. 3 2 or 2 3. 6 1 same. Either 1 6 or 2 3 possibility. Correct? Observe carefully. But if I add them, I should get a minus. Sir, you didn't take the minus, sir. Minus 1, minus 6 also 6, right? Minus 2, minus 3 also 6, right? Am I correct or not? Minus 1, minus 3 also 6. I want, if I add them with the sign paranga, sila pair they will forget that sign and they will do the mistake. With the sign paranga, another minus 5. If I add the numbers, I should get minus 5. Which one is suitable there? Observe, minus 2 plus minus 3. How much is that? Minus 2 plus into minus, minus 3, minus 5. Is that clear? Yes or no? The best suitable numbering is minus 2 and minus 3. You should get in this manner. Every step has the meaning there. Understand? So we got that numbers to be minus 2 and minus 3. So this 5 you should write it as, see now, x square, it's minus 5, you should write it as minus 2 and minus 3. But this 5 is multiplied by x, right? Minus 2x minus 3x. That 5 apples you are splitting as 2 apples and 3 apples. That's what the meaning. Clear? Plus 6 equal to 6. Clear? Now what you have to do? You have to equate, you have to take common. In these two terms, x is common. Correct? What will be left out? X minus 2 is left out. Minus, in these two terms, minus 3 I am taking common. And what will be left out? If I take minus 3 out, you will be left with minus 3 common. X, observe carefully, it is a positive number. It is a positive. Correct? But I myself took minus out of that. எந்த சிம்பிள் வச்சா தான் திருப்பி பிளஸ் வரும்? அதுதானா? இங்க மைனஸ் வச்சு தானே மைனஸ் இன்டு மைனஸ் பிளஸ் வரும் உங்களுக்கு திருப்பி. In that way you keep in mind. Understand? In that way you keep in mind minus 3 out. So it will be 3 2s are 6. Understand? So from here, in brackets if you see both are looking same. So take out that as common. X minus 2 into x minus 3 equal to. When two terms getting multiplied and becoming 0, you can write individually 0. Understand? From here, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. X is equal to 2 and x is equal to. Is that clear for everybody? Yes? Any confusion? Any confusion in this method? No, you already know. You did same method only in the polynomials. So no issue with this method. Clear for everybody? Now we are going to learn quadratic formula method. Take the title. Quadratic formula method. Very important and easiest method we will use most of the time. How the general quadratic equation will look like? Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is what your quadratic equation will look like, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? What do you want to find? Whose value you want to find? Whose value you want to find? Whose value you want to find? That x value is equal to, directly it will give formula, that x value is equal to coefficient of x yaru, minus of that b, right, plus or minus root of, plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac a. Right, I said. Divided by 2a. When I ask one new question, you are not able to do. Whatever you know, you are shouting that. Yes or no? Have you done last exam? New questions, rendu new questions ketta. Prove on that. தெரிஞ்சது சொல்றது not a big deal. Understand? தெரியாம இருக்கிறது you should able to do. Okay? If you ask you how to answer, you know it will be disturbance for others. For learning it will be disturbance. Clear? Understand what is the formula? Repeat. Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a by 2a. Total divided. Is that clear? So what is the formula? Can you repeat one more time? X is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Repeat again one more time. Close your eyes and repeat. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Yes or no? Can you repeat one more time? X is equal to minus b plus or minus repeat again. Hey, why are you telling faster? Want to prove, you know. Why are you telling fast? Repeat. Again repeat. Hey, hey, why are you telling fast? Repeat. Clear for everybody? Everybody knows that formula, right? Write on your hand, everybody tattoo podunga. Write on your hand. X is equal to, on your hand. Here, right. X is equal to, right? Right, da. Formula only, I am not asking to write someone's name. Show me. பாருங்க டெஸ்ட் வாங்க ஃபார்ம்ல எழுது. தெரியல ரைட். You also wrote wrong formula. Write again. Correct. Yeah, bigger எழுது. இங்க Remember the division symbol. The division is from fully. Keep that in mind. Sila pair are writing only for little. Only for this they are writing. Darshan Ram also wrote little only. It should be fully. Okay? Hey, don't erase. Rebuild. Okay? Is that clear for everybody? Understand? You didn't write it all, Trishan. I'll put the tattoo. That formula tattoo on your hand. Okay? Fine. Quiet. Quiet. I hope everybody clear with the formula, right? Now, what is the question I asked? X square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Correct? What is A? Quotient of x square? 1. What is B? Quotient of x? Quotient of x. Correct? What is C? Correct? Substitute in this. Minus யாரோ பி அது எழுதுங்க பிராக்கெட் வச்சு சில பேர் will skip this minus. Understand? First minus இருக்கு அப்புறமா b வேல்யூ எழுதுங்க. That clear? Plus or minus root of b square minus 5 whole square minus 4ac. 4 into a into c whole divided by 2 into a. What you got here? Minus into minus plus 5 plus or minus root of 5 square is how much? 25 minus 24 whole divided by 2. Whole divided by. That clear for everybody? So from here 5 plus or minus 25 minus 24 is how much? 1. Root 1 is divided by. இப்ப பாருங்க x எவ்வளோ எழுதுறதுக்கு ஒரு வாட்டி 5 பிளஸ் மட்டும் எழுதுங்க இன்னொரு வாட்டி x is equal to 5 மைனஸ் மட்டும் எழுதுங்க. அது கிளியர்? ஒரு வாட்டி பிளஸ் எழுதணும் இன்னொரு வாட்டி மைனஸ் எழுதணும். செட்ரேட் பிளஸ் ஆர் மைனஸ் ஒரு வாட்டி பிளஸ் இன்னொரு வாட்டி மைனஸ். That clear for everybody? So what will be the x value now? 6 by 2 3. X is equal to 3. Next, what do you get from here? X is equal to 4 by 2. X is equal to. Is that clear for everybody? This method also we got it same, right? Got it same or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Clear for everybody? Yes. Let's see. Let's see. What is the next method I said? Tell me. Completing squares method. This is not, again I am telling, this is not there for your exam perspective. They won't ask. Okay. Observe this. Take the small title. Completing squares method. And those who want to study higher studies, they no need to listen this method. ஏன்னா 10 அப்புறம் நீ படிக்க வேண்டாம் அப்படி யோசிச்சுனா you need to learn this method. You don't want to study after 10 போதும் 10 you are having that kind of mindset, you no need to learn this. Understand? Anybody is there like that? Anybody is there? Ritvik, you want to do PhD da? Okay, let's see now. Let's athlete. What athlete you are? Huh? Track running. What is your running speed? How you know? You don't know. Never ran in the treadmill. Okay, see now. Right. See this here. Listen. How is the quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is what your quadratic equation, right? Remember step 1. Step 1. Okay, what is that step 1 means? In the x square இருக்கு right? x square ஓட coefficient எப்பவுமே 1 இருக்கணும். எப்படி இருக்கணும்? x square ஓட coefficient எப்பவுமே 1 இருக்கணும். x square ஓட coefficient 1 இருக்கணும். So divide everything with a. ஏன்னா x square ஓட coefficient a இருக்கு right? அதுக்காக a வச்சு divide பண்ணுங்க everybody. So பண்ணுங்க, what you will get? X square plus b by a into x plus c by a equal to 0. This is your step 1. Understand? This is your step 1. Now let's see the step 2. Let's see the step 2. How do we proceed? Step 2 means, observe. After making x square coefficient as 1, after making x square coefficient as 1, see the coefficient of x. See the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x here? Coefficient of x is how much? Very good. If coefficient of x is 5, for example, half of that எப்படி எழுத போறா? 5/2. If the coefficient of x is m, half of that எப்படி எழுத போறா? If the coefficient of x is n, half of that how will you write? If the coefficient of x is m plus n, half of that எப்படி எழுத போறா? If the coefficient of x is a by b, half of that எப்படி எழுத போறா? a by 2b. a by 2b. a by b by 2 is nothing but a by 2b. If the coefficient is 3/2, what is the half of that and how will you write? கீழே இருக்கிறதுக்கு ரெண்டு half அண்ணா கீழே இருக்கிறத மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணுங்க ரெண்டு வச்சு. டபுள் அண்ணா மேலே இருக்கிறதுக்கு ரெண்டு வச்சு மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணுங்க. half அண்ணா என்ன பண்ணணும்? டினாமினேட்டருக்கு ரெண்டு வச்சு மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணும். டபுள் அண்ணா நியூமரேட்டருக்கு ரெண்டு வச்சு மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணும். அவ்வளோதான். கிளியர்? இப்போ பாருங்க ஸ்டெப் 2 என்னன்னா, half of the coefficient of the x. So x square plus b by a x, no problem. Half of the coefficient of x, இது ஓட ஸ்கொயர் ஆட் பண்ணணும் and compensation subtract பண்ணணும். In mathematics I didn't change c by a. What I did? Second one, tell me. Second step, I added something, compensation subtract பண்ணிட்டு. Otherwise mathematics will not accept. Is that clear? If I add something, suddenly you should compensate that subtraction. Is that clear? I added. What I added? Tell me. Half of the coefficient of x. Very good. Half of the coefficient of x I added. Is that clear for everybody? Half of the coefficient of x I added and I subtracted. Sorry sir, you said wrong. Half of the square of the half of the coefficient of x I added and square of the half of the coefficient of x subtract. Is that clear? You should not remember it as like b by 2a. Understand? You should remember it as coefficient of x oda half. அதோட ஸ்கொயர் ஆட் பண்ணும், அதோட ஸ்கொயர் சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணும். Clear for everybody? Then when you observe very properly, this all three together, it will form as a formula x square plus 2ab plus y square, like a plus b whole square formula. So how do you write? Means x, understand, ingandu p by 2a, x oda coefficient ku enna sign irukumo andha sign nadula, inga minus irundha minus varum, இந்த எக்ஸ் எங்கேருந்து வந்திருக்கும் ஸ்கொயர், பி பை 2a இந்த ஸ்கொயர் நந்து நடுவில் சைன் எங்கேருந்து வருது, எக்ஸோட கோஎஃபிஷியன்ட் எந்த சைனோ அந்த சைன் வருது நடுவில். தட் கிளியர்? ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இங்கே மைனஸ் இருந்தா மைனஸ் வில் கம் இன் மிடில். அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? பிகாஸ் a minus b whole square or a plus b whole square is decided by 2ab ஓட கோஎஃபிஷியன்ட், ரைட்? 2ab பிளஸ் ஆயிருந்தா a plus b whole square, 2ab மைனஸ் ஆயிருந்தா எப்படி சார் நீங்கள் சொல்கிறேன்னா அப்சர்வ், a plus b whole square. What is the formula? a square plus b square plus 2ab. இது ப்ளஸ், அப்போ தான் இங்கே ப்ளஸ். இல்லை சார், a square plus b square minus 2ab na, that formula is a minus b whole square. The same way, the same way இங்க இருக்கிறது என்ன சைனு? பிளஸ். அதுக்காக நான் பிளஸ் போட்டேன். இது எப்பவுமே பாசிட்டிவ் ஸ்கொயர்ஸ் பாருங்க. You know the deciding factor, the 2ab ஓட sign only deciding factor. Is that clear for everybody? Yes. So observe, x plus b by 2a whole square, x plus b by 2a whole square. You need to simplify this. Need to simplify this and you will solve your answer. You solve, get your. Okay, sir, how do we simplify? Means observe carefully. You are having b square by 2a, right? It is nothing but it will end up as minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a only formula. That's why they deleted this. Okay, this will end up with this formula only. To simplify a bit over here, in the square and the பக்கம் போனா plus or minus வருமா? Yes or no? Right side of the equal to போனா plus or minus, அதான் இந்த plus or minus. The plus b by a, b by 2a அந்த பக்கம் போனா minus b by 2a வரும். That way you will get your formula. Understand? So for example, let me take this question. X square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. First என்ன பார்க்க சொன்னா, x square ஓட coefficient, right? X square coefficient is 1 itself, so you no need to divide with anything. So second step directly போங்க. X square minus 5x என்ன add பண்ண, என்ன subtract பண்ண? Half of the coefficient of x. Only number பாருங்க, don't see the sign now. So 5 by 2 whole square add பண்ணுங்க, minus 5 by 2 whole square subtract பண்ணுங்க. இது மொத்தமா சேர்ந்து என்ன ஃபார்முலா மாதிரி எழுதணும்? x minus 5 by 2 whole square. இதெல்லாம் அந்த பக்கம் அனுப்புங்க. என்ன ஆகும்? minus 6 plus 5 square is how much? 25 by 4. Simplify a bit on the right side. What it will become? 4 minus 24, 1 by 4. Correct? What is this value? X minus 5 by 2 whole square. If square goes to that side, what it will become? X minus 5 by 2 is plus or minus root 1 by 4. Plus or minus 1 by 4. ஒரு வாட்டி x minus 5 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 எழுதிக்கோங்க. இன்னொரு வாட்டி x minus 5 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 எழுதுங்க. இங்க calculate பண்ணுங்க. 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2, 6 by 2, nothing but how much? 3. X is equal to minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2, 4 by 2. Same answer only, right? Yes or no? Same answer only, right? Method purinjicha? Yes. That clear for everybody? Yes or no? So in next class, before doing the roots, what do we do is we will they will ask some kind of questions. Find the k. If this is the root, find the k. This is the root. That kind of questions will be there. That kind of questions we will work out tomorrow, next class. Understand? So what you have learned today? Tell me the three methods for finding the roots of a quadratic equation. The three methods for finding the roots of a quadratic equation you learn. In that, one method is deleted. Which is the main method we will use most of the time? Formula method. Quadratic formula method. Is that clear for everybody? Yes. Now we have to write the homework, right? Give me textbook. Textbook. Exercise 4.1. First question fully. Exercise 4.1. First question fully. What is that mean? Check whether they are quadratic equations or not. Understand? You know, right? Quadratic equation and highest power eppadi irukana? 2 ah irukana. Highest only should be 2. Understand? Then exercise 4.2. First question. Exercise 4.2. First question. Exercise 4.3. First question. That's it. எல்லாத்துமே first question. Work out any doubt you ask me.